Welcome to Go Goat's Library. The book we're pulling from the shelf today is called Fox Spirits of Fire and Ice, The Enduring Legend of Vulpix and Ninetales. Vulpix and Ninetales, both known as the Fox Pokemon, are Fire-type Pokemon introduced in Generation 1. They have a gender ratio of 25% male and 75% female. Vulpix stands 2 feet or 0.6 meters tall and weighs 21.8 pounds or 9.9 kilograms. Ninetales stands 3 feet 7 inches or 1.1 meters tall and weighs 43.9 pounds or 19.9 kilograms. When battled, Vulpix yields 1 speed EV, while Ninetales yields 1 speed EV and 1 special defense EV. Vulpix evolves into Ninetales when exposed to a Firestone. In Alola, Vulpix has an Ice-type regional form, while Ninetales has an Ice Fairy regional form. Alolan Vulpix evolves into Alolan Ninetales when exposed to an Ice Stone. Both of these Pokemon can also be found in the Blueberry Academy's Terranium. Biology. The Vulpix evolutionary family consists of small, elegant fox Pokemon that embody both natural grace and mystical power. Vulpix is a small quadrupedal canine with a red-brown pelt, cream-colored underbelly, and 6 curled tails, though it is born with a single tail that splits as it grows. Its brown eyes, pointed ears, and triangular nose complement the curled locks of fur on its head. Vulpix possesses an inner flame that never goes out, allowing it to expel fire even while sleeping to regulate its body temperature. It can create floating wisps of flame to hunt prey, and when threatened, it may feign injury to escape. Vulpix is most often found in grassy plains, living and hunting with clever caution. Vulpix evolves into Ninetales, a larger, more majestic fox with 9 long, flowing tails tipped in pale orange. Its golden-white fur, neck mane, and head crest give it a regal appearance, while its red eyes and pointed features hint at its majestical nature. Legends tell that Ninetales embodies the spirits of 9 noble saints, granting it intelligence, longevity, and the ability to curse those who harm it or disturb its rest. Each tail holds supernatural energy, contributing to its lifespan of up to 1,000 years. Ninetales can hypnotize opponents with its flames and eyes, and it often sleeps wrapped up in its tails, exuding an aura of serene mystique. Both Pokemon have regional forms in Alola. Alolan Vulpix has a snowy white coat, pale blue paws, and bright blue eyes. Its curls and tails are wispy, and it uses ice instead of fire, capable of exhaling breath as cold as negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 50 degrees Celsius. Alolan Vulpix lives on snowy mountain peaks, often in small packs called skulks, led by Alolan Ninetales. It prefers freezing sleeping spots and can chill its surroundings to maintain comfort, while predators like Weavile remain a constant threat. Alolan Ninetales is an ice type with pale blue fur that flows into white-tipped tails, crest, and lower legs. Its 9 tails are wispy and less distinct, and its larger blue eyes lend a gentle, almost ethereal presence. It resides on Mount Lacanila, its sacred snowy peak, and is revered as a guardian or messenger. Alolan Ninetales protects its Vulpix packs, creating ice crystals from its fur that serve as shields or sharp projectiles. At rest, it sparkles in the snow, enhancing its mystical aura. Across all forms, the Vulpix family exemplifies a blend of elegance, intelligence, and elemental mastery. From fiery plains to icy peaks, they remain one of the most captivating Pokemon families, embodying both natural beauty and supernatural power. Anime appearances. Brock caught a Vulpix that he obtained from Suzy in Kanto in episode 28, Pokemon Fashion Flash, which also marked the species' debut. In Mewtwo Strikes Back, the Vulpix was cloned by Mewtwo. It then participated in the battle between the original Pokemon and the clone Pokemon. Vulpix reappeared in Mewtwo Returns. 163 episodes after Brock obtained his Vulpix in episode 191, Beauty and the Breeder, he returned it to her. In Racing to a Big Event, an Alolan Vulpix hatched from an egg that Lily primarily took care of. She gave the egg the nickname Snowy, and kept the name for the Vulpix that hatched from it. Despite her fear of Pokemon, Lily caught Snowy in Getting to Know You. It was commonly seen outside of its Pokeball. In Love, Pokemon style, Macy has the Vulpix as her main Pokemon, though Macy doesn't use it in battle. Vulpix found itself captured by Team Rocket, but it was soon rescued by Ash. In Getting to Know You, Samson Oak's Vulpix hatched from an egg that was given to Delia by Professor Oak so it could be delivered to Samson and Alola to a new adventure. Vulpix reappeared in the Professor's new adventure in a mission of ultra urgency. In a fantasy and a mystery on a deserted island, Alexa told Ash and his friends that a Vulpix belonged to a pirate. It was revealed that after the pirate disappeared, Vulpix stayed on the island where the treasure was hidden with the other Pokemon. It was revealed to have evolved into a Ninetales afterwards. Ninetales made its English dub debut in the Battling Eevee Brothers as one of the Pokemon in the evolutionary party in Stone Town. In Riddle Me This, Blaine used the Ninetales against Ash in their first gym battle. It battled Squirtle and won before being recalled when Charizard was sent out. Vulpix reappeared in a flashback in Volcanic Panic. In Mewtwo Strikes Back, Niisha's Ninetales was one of the Pokemon that were captured and cloned by Mewtwo. The Ninetales clone was seen again in Mewtwo Returns. In Beauty and the Breeder, Zane's Ninetales was used in a Pokemon breeding competition and competed against Susie's Vulpix. Ninetales was later among the contested Pokemon targeted by Team Rocket. In Just Waiting on a Friend, a very old Ninetales befriended Brock, who bore a resemblance to her long-lost master. This Ninetales created all sorts of illusions, including one of a woman through which she spoke. In Getting a Jump on the Competition, Sarah used an Alolan Ninetales during the Pokemon Sled Jump games. In Leaping Toward the Dream, Go caught an Alolan Ninetales on Mount Coronet in order to qualify for Project Muse trial missions. The Ninetales was subsequently returned to its home on Mount Lacanila and trial on a golden scale. Trivia. In Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, both Cantonian Vulpix and Alolan Vulpix appear as Pokemon summoned from a Pokeball. They attack using Ember and Frost Breath, respectively, with the former move burning opposing fighters with Pillars of Fire, and the latter move freezing them. In English, the category Fox Pokemon is shared by Vulpix, Fennekin, Nickit, and their evolutions. Vulpix and Ninetales are the only Pokemon whose Alolan forms are attainable in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Additionally, Alolan Ninetales is the only Pokemon in the game that cannot be caught in the wild, meaning that the only way to obtain it is through evolution. Vulpix can be seen as a parallel to Growlithe. Both are Generation 1 Pokemon that evolved once via Firestone. Vulpix is exclusive to Pokemon Green, International Blue, Silver, Leaf Green, and Soul Silver, while Growlithe to Red, Japanese Blue, Gold, Fire Red, and Heart Gold. Growlithe has a 75% chance of being a male, while Vulpix has a 75% chance of being a female. They are both in the Field Egg group, can have the Flash Fire ability, and are yellow when shiny from Generation 3 on. Furthermore, both are based primarily on canine-like creatures of Japanese folklore. Vulpix from the Kitsune, Growlithe from the Sisha. Additionally, both have received regional forms. Alolan Vulpix can be seen as a parallel to Alolan Sandshrew. Both were initially introduced in Generation 1 and got Alolan forms in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Both Pokemon are Ice-type, with Vulpix being exclusive to Sun and Scarlet and Sandshrew being exclusive to Moon and Violet. Furthermore, both Pokemon evolve when exposed to an Ice Stone. Many locations where wild Vulpix appear are associated with death or ghosts, such as burial grounds, even though Vulpix is not a ghost-type Pokemon. Thematically, however, it is connected to such places because it can emit flames that resemble the spirits of the deceased. These locations include Kanto Route 8 next to Lavender Town, Johto Route 37 and 38 next to Exotique City, Mount Pyre, Sinnoh Route 209 near Hearthome City and the Lost Tower, Sinnoh Route 214 near Spring Path and the portal to the Distortion World, and Abundant Shrine. No other Pokemon has the same type combination as Alolan Ninetales. Vulpix is the only Pokemon with a base stat total of 299. Vulpix has the lowest base HP of all Fire-type Pokemon. Translator Knob has stated that he retrospectively wishes Vulpix had been given the name Vulpv, with Ninetales being named Vulpix instead, VI and IX being the Roman numbers for 6 and 9 respectively, representing each Pokemon's number of tails. Origins. Vulpix and Ninetales are based on foxes. Vulpix may be based on a red fox and the Kitsune of Japanese legend, which are said to have many tails, extremely long lifespans, and supernatural powers such as the ability to breathe fire. After reaching an advanced age, Kitsune take on spirit forms, which may explain why Vulpix can learn various ghost-type and psychic-type moves. Specifically, Ninetales may be based on Kyogre, not Kitsune, whose fur turns gold and white. after it had lived for 1,000 years and gained its ninth tail. A lowland vulpix may be based on an Arctic fox, which grows a white coat of fur in the winter to camouflage in the snow. Vulpix may be a combination of Vulpes, Latin for fox, and Syx. It may also involve Vulcan, the Roman god of fire. A lowland ninetales mountain habitat and lore as a deity incarnation may be a reference to Poliahu, the Hawaiian goddess of snow, who is said to reside on Mauna Kea. It could also be inspired by Tulikitu, a mythical fox creature of Finnish lore, whose radiant fur is said to be responsible for the creation of the northern lights, tying it to being able to use aurora veil. The Finnish word for aurora, revolute, also translates to foxfires, which could be intentional as Ninetales' original form is a fire type. Ninetales may be a combination of nine and tales, referring to fairy tales, alluding to it being based on mythical creature, as well as being a homophone to tails. It may also reference the cat o' nine tails whip, due to its tendency to punish anyone who grabs its tails. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for listening, and as always, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss the next chapter of Go Ghost Library.